Hey everybody, it's Thursday night. That means it is the Haven Comics Quiz Show. I am Josh from Surprise Haven Comics. Stick around, hit the like button, all that jazz while we play this cool little intro that Nick Ellis made for us. How cool is that intro? I totally dig it. It makes me happy. Speaking of things that I dig and that make me happy, I would like to introduce my co-host. How you doing, Jeremy?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
I have a big, glaring question for you.
What?
Where is the sign that says free pizza?
So I've been moving and I haven't got my new office set up yet. I've got some growing pains, but as you can tell, I'm just sitting in my living room. So it's here. You'll see it. It didn't go anywhere. It still exists. I'll still give you a free pizza if you ever work with me, Josh. Josh is just waiting for his pizza.
I'm totally waiting. You know I love a good pizza, so I'm excited about it. I think we should pop over and see who all we got in the chat. What do you say?
I'd love to.
Big shocker. Tots is here. The one true Zachary. Tots, how you doing? Hope everything is well, sir.
I saw this new name pop up in the Twitch forum, and then I saw the 42. I know exactly who it is. So
I'm gonna guess who that is, but I don't want to presume. But yeah, I'm guessing. I know who that is. I'm hopeful. But I've seen this quite a few times today. Happy Mario Day. Can somebody explain that?
It's Mario Lopez's birthday.
Is that it? They always have Super Mario.
If you're in the audience and you know what that means, let us know, because we don't.
It's true. I don't anyway. And yeah, that's something.
No, I mean, true to form, I don't know what's going on ever. So let me know too. I'm excited.
That's true. You are usually out of step. Let's see who else we got. We've got your favorite person.
My favorite?
Be careful how you answer that. Be careful how you answer that. She might decide she does have some dirt to share on you.
Nah.
Rocket Lady's digging your new set there. She liking it. Very cool. Looks like we have Alan Breedlove in the house. Yo, Joe. How's it going, Alan?
Hey, Alan.
Film Age Studios is back with us. Rock on. You have two guesses. Both are probably right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, thanks. We know it's March 10th. What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, Mario. Just put them together.
Okay, that's lame.
Yeah, that's way less.
That's cheating. That's just lame. That's no. I do not endorse that.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be fun and interesting. It's that.
Yeah, no, that's not exciting to me at all. I feel let down. Oh, and now we're getting called names. That's just rude.
God, that's brutal.
That's pretty rough. May 4th I can get behind. That's okay. May the 4th. Okay, it's just May the 4th with a lisp. I got it. Creamin', no. Just let's wait a couple of days for Pi Day and be done with it. I'm on board for Pi Day.
Neither of them are great. May the 4th or Mario Day.
May the 4th is better than Mario Day. And once again, let's just wait a couple of days for Pi Day. I'm on board for Pi Day. Let's do that.
Do you ever eat pie for Pi Day? Or do you just,
I have been known to. I've also been known to eat pie for other days as well. I'm a big fan of pie in general. Not going to lie. So, yeah, I'm a fan of pie. I think pie is good stuff. There should be more pie in life.
Hit us with your interesting facts about pie.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, too. Have you ever had Boston cream pie?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I know what it is. I may have eaten
What is it? Describe it.
It's just like whipped cream in a pie crust, right? And with some chocolate in it.
No. It's cake.
What?
It's cake with cream in it and chocolate. Yeah, it's Boston cream pie is in fact not pie. But pie used to be a catch-all word for dessert. Like in England, all desserts in England are a pudding. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
I feel very.
Or we can be corrected. It's Boston cream, which is custard.
Okay, I'm pulling this up so I can show everyone because I feel like I'm not wrong. And maybe it's custard and not.
You can't go wrong with the blueberry pie. Blueberry pie is good stuff. Lemon icebox is good too.
What is that? What is lemon icebox?
What is lemon icebox pie?
Is lemon icebox pie?
Yeah.
What is happening to me? My entire life is full of lies. All right.
That is not Boston cream pie.
Yes, it is. I looked it up.
It is, in fact. Look, in September, I ate Boston cream pie at the place that invented Boston cream pie, the Parker Omni House in Boston, and it is, in fact, not pie.
It is a cake.
See?
All right.
Price Cam just backed me up on that, and Price Cam would know. She's Canadian.
Hey, guys. Interesting fact about this episode. You're going to be able to hear the Prize Cam tell me I'm wrong about everything.
Boom! That is a bonus. Prize Cam is waving in the back. This is awesome. I dig it.
It's going to be a fun and interesting episode.
Let's see who else we got. Peter Lewis is in the house. He likes pecan and key lime and also pumpkin. I can get on board. I like a show about pie. I wasn't expecting to have that show today, but I dig me some pie, so I'm all on board with that.
Tune in next week to just watch us eat pie. That's where this show is going.
That would be a good show. See, you guys did your episode where you ate hot, nasty stuff. We could do one where you just eat pie.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think people would pay money to charity for you to eat pie? And if so, how many pies would you have to eat?
Well, that's the question. I think they would, but I think there would have to be some kind of volume of pie. It couldn't just be like have a piece of pie. It would be like what's that movie? Stand By Me, the pie eating contest.
Yeah, I don't even know what that movie is.
Of course, you haven't.
I really don't.
Dude, Stand By Me. It's an '80s movie, so you probably would despise it.
It sounds 80s.
But it's a Stephen King movie. There's these 4 kids who heard that there's a body, like a guy that got hit by a train or something. So they go out to find it. Because that's what you do when you're a kid in the 80s and you don't have phones or computers. You go looking for dead bodies next to the train tracks, by the river, in the woods.
I'm kind of on board with this so far.
Yeah. Well, it's a long bike ride. And they had to tell their parents they're staying at each other's houses and stuff. So they have to stay out overnight, and they're telling stories, and they tell the story about a pie eating contest that ends very badly. Yeah. It's a guy who got his revenge through a pie eating contest.
I like it. Don't spoil it for me. Speaking of not spoiling things for me, let's bring on our guest. He's the best.
I thought we were going to just go ahead and reveal all the plot points about the Batman movie.
I haven't seen it.
Well, of course you haven't seen it. I haven't seen it either. But you said, speaking of not spoiling things for me.
Okay. Can we talk about stupid? Can we talk about just off-the-wall dumb decisions? Spider-Man is in the movie theater right now, tearing it up. It's still in there. It's still tearing it up. And then HBO, Warner Brothers, don't get me wrong. I'm excited because I want to see that movie. But also, like, what kind of stupid decision is it to tell everyone, hey, don't see Batman in theaters. We're just going to put it on HBO Max or Live or whatever.
In 45 days.
Yeah, right? Like, I can wait 45 days. I've waited months for Spider-Man at this point. How stupid is that?
It's unorthodox. They were talking about initially doing it as a same-day release in both venues.
Yeah, that's what they used to do last year. I'm mad about this decision, and it personally benefits me. My life is better for it, and it still just makes me mad. But
I understand that. I get it. Because it's a business decision that hurts you, right? You're like, that's foolish. Why would you do that?
yeah, I don't even understand the benefit. I understand zero about how it helps anyone. So, WB.
I don't know who Creekbed Art is, but how do they know this movie and you don't? Stand By Me.
I don't know who they are either. They might know more about movies.
Yeah, Creekbed, you have to realize Jeremy hasn't seen anything that you've seen, and if he did, he didn't like it. But anything that you've seen that you thought was garbage, he thought was great.
Yeah. And this is a Boston cream pie right here. So, just FYI.
No, it is in fact not.
I'm going to delete that away. So. All right.
Hey, Tom Price in the house. Tom Price. How awesome is that? And we have Rasputin South. Well, okay.
You think
a lot of folks are here tonight. This is awesome. I do not believe that we have HR. Thank you, Todd. It is not a Boston cream pie. It is a pie with Boston cream. That is correct.
I'll give it to it. That's the pie.
Wheelchair. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, man? It does not look like we have HR tonight, so we may have to catch all the Russian bots on our own tonight and try to them out. So if we inadvertently ban anybody for life, we apologize.
Hey, I figured out how to unban people.
Oh, that's good since you keep banning people.
Right? I can bring people back from the dead now. It's like I'm a Sith, so complete conversion.
You're a necromancer now.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of necromancers, we should talk about our guest. Introduce him, the one, the only, Steve Sloan, Tall L. How you doing, Steve?
It's a me, March 10th.
Okay, it was a great show, everybody. Thank you all for joining us.
See you next time. Steve, for anyone who has not had the opportunity to meet you, tell us about yourself.
Well, I play D&D at Haven fairly regularly. I am a regular there. I am into sci-fi and comics and sometimes anime and sometimes video games and a lot of space stuff. And yep.
So you're open, cross-genre. What do you like about a story? It sounds to me like you'd like it in anime, you'd like it in a game, you'd like it in whatever. What makes you happy when you see it in a movie, a game, a story, whatever? Like what attracts you to a story?
Well, some of it is just nerdy stuff, like they include spinning gravitational sections of chips, and some of it is just I like a good story. I like when they do creative, clever things with, say, superpowers. My Hero Academia is pretty good at that, and I'm like,
Right on.
Now, Steve, do you know who Rocket Lady 42 is? Because Rocket Lady 42 is excited to see you. She's excited to see you.
I'll give you a hint. It's Grace. I hope I'm right about that.
I'm pretty sure you are.
She's eased up on me a lot. At the beginning of this show, she used to tear me apart. But now I guess
don't remind her, she'll start doing it again.
I think she just accepted it. I think she just accepted I'm not going to get anything right or be smart.
Now she just rolls her eyes. She passed the torch. Uh-oh.
Go for it. My self-esteem doesn't even exist. I'm a person without ego at this point because people have completely shattered it. So it's great. Just Remind
that
me.
accurate, Prize Cam? Is that true? Nope, I'm guessing not.
That's a smart answer. None. So
Oh,
she's
there
been
you
lulling
go.
me into a false sense of
She's lulling
security.
you into a
Yeah,
false sense of security.
love it.
She
So
plays the long game. I believe it.
speaking of false sense of security, Steve, tell us more about you.
Well,
We know
What's the first comic book you ever read? Do you remember?
I think I borrowed an X-Men issue from somebody on a bus on a school trip at one point.
How old were you when
I
you
didn't know who
did
they
that?
were until the cartoon came out. Other than that,
Wow. How old were you then? Do you remember?
15 maybe.
Wow. So you were a little bit older, and you said, "Hey, what you got there?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Very cool.
I think I did like some Disney like Donald Duck cartoon comics early on, but I'm not very many of them.
My mom reminded me today that I was an X-Men man first before I got into Spider-Man. And she's right. There was a point in my life where there was no X-Men. And then I learned that Wolverine could beat up all of the Ninja Turtles at the same time. I got real mad and I just accepted it. And I was an X-Men guy from there on.
That's you got mad about it, and so then you accepted it. So it was if you can't beat them, join them kind of a thing. Is that what it was?
Yeah. No, I mean, X-Men rule. Steve, back me up. X-Men are great.
X-Men's pretty cool, yeah.
They're just too much now. I'd like to see the MCU when they get X-Men just like not give me 800 movies. Just don't do it.
Good.
Just give me a couple of good ones. You know?
I agree with that. I think the X-Men have jumped the rails, and just it's that game that people used to play where you're just a ball of junk rolling down a hill, and as you roll over stuff, you just get bigger and bigger and bigger. The X-Men has just been rolling down that hill forever, and they've just picked up everything. It's like, let's get back to the original ball.
Yeah.
There was a point in that trajectory where the ball was cool, and the bigger ball was cool, the slightly bigger ball of crap was cool, and it could even be a fairly sizable ball, but then it just became nothing but garbage. It's like it rolled through a landfill.
I really need a Wolverine origin story. Yeah,
give
me a one.
Tots. That's a way to get punched in the mouth. Nerd rage. So what are your favorite things that you like nerd-wise, comic book-wise? I know you're a Star Trek man.
Yeah. I have an odd fascination with Squirrel Girl. I really enjoyed that one.
That's because you've got a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Ryan's always looking out for us. He's here to win that Canadian question. Because he likes to do that. So what's your deep philosophical question of the night, Jeremy? Jeremy likes to ask our guests a question that's physically painful for everyone who hears it.
I wasted it earlier before the show started. I asked Steve what's his favorite color of dolphin to eat. Blue. He's a blue dolphin man.
Yeah.
When he eats dolphins.
Apparently they do right with pools.
All right. Give me a second. Let me whip out my game here.
Oh, he's going to whip out the app that is. Let's see if he can find one, because last time he tried skipping over a good question for a better one, and then he couldn't find a better one. And he forgot the good one.
It's like some of these questions are too much. Like some of these questions would darken the conversation in a way that I personally can't always come back from. So, all right. If you were famous, what would you be famous for?
Oh, definitely for murder.
Steve, are you a murderer?
Depends on who you would present me with, I guess.
I may or may not be a murderer. It depends on who's in front of me.
It would probably turn out pretty badly if you gave me Superman powers. So that's.
He's honest. Kim,
Kim, good to see you.
so glad we have our medical representation in the house. How are you doing, Kim? Hope you are doing well. So what do you say we cut to the prize cam and see what prizes we got this week?
That's always my favorite part of the show because
It's always fun.
then I don't have to be on camera for just a second. All right, prize cam.
Take it away.
Yell us with these prizes. Oh, man.
Oh, prize cam is best prize cam. That's fantastic.
All right, so we've got the ubiquitous sticker pack right there. You've got a demon sticker from me, and then another demon sticker from me, and then Haven Comics. And then I got a bunch of extra Sticker Ninja stickers because Sticker Ninja rules. When they made my stickers, they just gave me a bunch of stickers. We've got a prize pack of variant comics, a lot of X-Men in there. We've got a voucher from CBCP Comics. I feel like I have to address this. So I had to go to the store to drop some comics off from prizes past, right? If you don't pick up your prizes in months, I will I'll reclaim them. They'll go back on the show. So this one got reclaimed. As you can see, that name is gone and it's yours now. Whoever wins it.
And now it has Spider-Man on it.
Yeah, just do that for fun. I hope CBCP Comics isn't mad at me for defacing their coupon, but they probably aren't because it's cool now. You're winning those demons. Thank you, Rasputin. I feel that. Behind that, we've got some artwork, a print by Anthony Hockring. I feel like I'm getting his name right. We've got a stuff.
That's the coolest Merida I've ever seen.
Is that Merida?
No, that's not Merida. That's Red Sonja.
I thought it was Red Sonja.
Maybe when she grows up, I don't know.
Dude, I'm exhausted. My bad. Is this Bird or Ernie? This is Ernie, right?
It's Ernie.
Then we've got
What's
some.
up with him having a heart-shaped tongue? That's weird.
Oh,
Yeah. It's only weird if you make it weird, though.
I feel like there's something subliminal there.
If you want it to be.
That's not, I didn't say it was good. I just said subliminal.
Anthony Hockring. Then, if you have been a fan of the show for some time, you will hearken back to this infamous moment where Justin Lynch drew this prize, gave it to us on the show to give away, and then won it and took it back. He has now resubmitted this to the show, so you can win it, and then maybe you can give it back to the show or not, or take it away from somebody else. We'll see what happens.
That's a pretty cool cover, I have to say.
It's fun. And then we've got Sensational Spider-Man there. That is signed by Chris Claremont. So
one of the few Chris Claremont Spider-Man stories.
Is he coming to the expo this year?
No. We'll talk about the expo here in a minute, though, because the expo is going to be on fire. This show is on fire.
And then right there to the right, that's a gift card from me.
Right there.
So that's
I
what
like
you can win.
Cam, like just putting her feet up and being chill. That's fun. I did miss Ghost Rider. I'm not gonna lie. Ghost
Rider might make an appearance later.
Oh, that sounds ominous. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that's a good picture next to Ghost Rider there. That's what I look like when I eat Boston cream pie.
Bring me another Smurf.
Is this okay? Are you Padilla?
Is that Chris Padilla? Chris lives in Texas.
Well, that really answers that question, doesn't it?
Yeah, we should have sent that to Chris.
Because that's been there for a long time. All right.
Dude.
Let me sub that out. And then, Chris, I need your info if I'm going to get it to
I've got his address. I'll shoot it to you.
Well, I'll give this book to you then. And I'll go get another one real quick. But while I'm away, Josh is going to be the only person here. So Steve, you gotta step it up. You have to ask Josh the weirdest question you can think of, and then we'll play.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Did you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh yeah, every Saturday. Every Saturday for the longest time. Hey, we got a Doug in the house. Doug. I do have something to show off that is pretty cool. I was unwrapping it earlier so that I could show it off quickly, and then it just kept going and going and going. And the amount of tape used on this thing, this is very little. There was about 3 times this much tape on here earlier. But this is something that makes me very happy, and I'm pretty cool. I am going to be sending this book off to CGC, CBCS. If somebody doesn't win that gift card from CBCP, I may be claiming that. Because, I would hate for it to go unused. I see we got Jeffrey Middleton in the house. What's happening, Jeffrey? Good to see you, sir. All right, so here we go.
Hey, no, we don't have to keep it. In fact, the prize cam will show you. I mean, I'm happy to get it to you. Guys, I can be honest. I don't always know what's going on. You gotta, if I have not impressed you with the fact that I don't always know what's going on, just take it for granted that is the case. And just reach out to me, reach out to Josh. Maybe Josh could tell me. I don't know. But we've replaced it already with New Warriors. That's signed by Mark Bagley. Is that signed inside, Josh?
Yeah, inside front page is where he normally used to sign things back in the day.
Right on. So, a new signed book there. Look at this. It shows live. You never know what's going to happen.
In Big and Me, I got to show this off. Batman number 53. That is beautiful. Look at the shape of this book. That's awesome. And Jeremy, do those people appear to be homeless?
Those guys? Let me see. Let me scrutinize this. Yeah, those guys look like they just became homeless. Like they're on their first week of homelessness. They've been wearing the same suit for a long time, but they haven't really been in the mud or been splashed by any cars. So yeah.
Where do you even get that? Now, look at this. He's breaking down the door of their house.
That's also terrible. But look in the background there. The wall is beat up. There's a big hole in the drywall. I mean,
they have kids. That's perfectly normal.
It's perfectly normal to have holes in your drywall because you have kids.
Yeah. That art on the wall, all kind of stuff. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
I'm going to leave that open for interpretation by all. That's a cool book.
And also, he threw in this. I don't even know what this is. What book is this? I don't know what this book is. This was a freebie that he threw in. I guess I'm going to have to look this up.
Who gave that to you?
I bought this book from a fella named Joe Bryan. Super cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he threw this in. It's signed with a certificate of authenticity signed by somebody named Ryan Kincaid. I don't know who that is. I don't know what this book is. I guess my curiosity is piqued. That is a Clan McDonald Comics. Has issued this certificate of authenticity.
I have this fancy box that lets me ask questions to the world at large. And Ryan Kincaid is a pretty good artist. Living his life. He's a penciler for multiple companies, including DC, Archie Comics, Coffin Comics, Aftershock Comics, Aftershock, Image, IDW, etc. So,
Speaking of which, let me just say, for anybody who was not able to get out to Haven on Saturday when we had Joe Pruitt from Aftershock Comics out to the shop, that was freaking amazing. He has been in the comics industry for 30 some odd years, and he was just telling stories. And it was fan-freaking-tastic. I mean, all kinds of stories. Stories about, okay, I know we're running behind on time here, but I'm going to share this real quick. He was the writer on the Cable comic book, which he didn't want to be, but that's what they assigned him. So he's writing the Cable comic book. It gets to issue number 75, which they're like, this is a big issue. You got to make this a big story because we're hyping this up as like an anniversary milestone kind of an issue because it's number 75, all this stuff. And he's like, fine, I'll write a story. So he writes a story.
Fine, I'll do my job.
No. He was already on his way. He was already out of it for this, right? So then they come back to him and say, well, we're going to run with the story that Rob submitted, Rob Liefeld. And he's like, you asked both of us to write the story? And they're like, no, but he wrote something and sent it in. But we want you to write the script for the story. And he's like, as long as you don't put my name on it as having written this story. And they're like, okay, cool. Well, Rob just sent page after page after page of splash pages, none of which were numbered in any way. And you couldn't tell what was going on, no matter what order you put them in. So he's like, I kind of tried to like put them in some kind of an order that maybe might have made sense. And then I put some words on it, but I told them just do not put my name on here as the writer of this book. And then they did. So I went online and issued a statement that, hey, I didn't write this book. I don't want to take credit for something somebody else did. This is Rob's book, as a nice way of saying, oh my God, don't associate me with this garbage. That was something else. But dude, he used to hang out with Bernie Wrightson. He's hanging out with Garth. He's got stories. He was amazing. He was really, really cool to talk to. Also, you know that thing we talked about the one time where I said, hey, and you tried to remind me of something I had told you, and I didn't remember. Do you remember that?
Who are you talking to, me or Steve?
You, Jeremy.
Maybe. I don't know. That happens often, doesn't it? We talk to each other and don't remember what the other one said?
Apparently I said something meaningful to you, and you were right. And then I didn't remember, but then you told me, and I remembered. Yeah. Anyway, I had to do that for Tom because Tom was just going to sit in the back room. And I was like, hey, Joe, look at this dude's art, will you? So Tom pulled up some stuff, showed Joe some of his art, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, he got the business card from Joe, and Joe asked him to send him some sequential stuff. So
that's really cool. I'd love to see Tom work for Aftershock.
Yeah, Aftershock is awesome. You got
Aftershock is coming in now. It's happening, even if I have to do it myself. I do have some feedback.
That we should ask questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a quiz show. Steve, you're great. We are very happy to have you on the show. Steve stepped in because our guest for this week couldn't make it. So these questions, they may or may not land with you. We don't know. But have you ever seen a game show before?
Yes.
All right. This week, we are playing the same game we always do. Question 1, we are going to ask you a question, and you can win these stickers. Stickers are rad. You can put them places or not. They'll belong to you, not us. We don't care what you do with them. Just we want you to be happy. That's all. Look at that. It's so shiny. It'll make you happy. Okay. So question 1, we are going to ask you, In Guardians of the Galaxy, which 80s TV actress is Peter Quill's ship named after?
Alyssa Milano.
Nailed it. Now you won those stickers. If you had not got that right, audience, you would have had an opportunity. That's how the game works. So look at this. Learning on the fly here. You got question number 1 right. Steve, you have started the show off magnificently. Josh, take it from here.
I just want to know how you knew that so quick. That was pretty fast.
Quick, cut to your Alyssa Milano shrine.
Yeah, the Little Mermaid was based on Alyssa Milano also. For the art style. For question number 2, prize we have are the gelatinous feely things, like Ghost Rider there. You can win your very own, and they're very cool. And they roll around a lot, so don't step on them. You might kill yourself. They might zip. Next thing you know, you're landing on your head. Not cool.
Oh, yeah. We need liability insurance now that you said
Jeremy,
that.
you want to go and ban whoever that is?
I'm on it. I will ban anybody.
Thank you. So question number 2. What type of fish does Captain Picard keep in his ready room? Apparently, this fish has its own trading card in the Star Trek The Next Generation card series.
That's so dumb. Oh, I love it.
Clownfish?
That's a good guess. It is a fish.
Seems like I vaguely remember it was orange.
Audience, do you know the specific fish that was on Star Trek this one time, I'm sure?
They do. It is
Right
really
on.
quick. See here, boom.
We got one before that.
Did we? I didn't see. Oh,
Yeah,
Todd's
we
got it up above. I'm sorry. I did not see that.
That's
Although
okay.
this is my favorite answer. The zebra turkey fish.
I love it.
The
It is a lionfish. So that was Tots that got the lionfish. I don't know how anybody knows that. Is that like a big deal? I guess
It had its own trading card. Clearly, it was a big deal.
I guess it was.
I mean, what kind of fish did Dr. Phlox keep?
It was probably medicinal, whatever it was.
Right. I don't remember them actually ever saying any fish. He had lizards and slugs and bats and all kind of stuff, but I don't remember him having any fish. That's funny.
Oh, man. For question 3, that is sponsored by our good friends at Blurt Syndicate.
Hey,
Big Wool, what's
Big
up?
Willie Sal. What's going on? How you guys?
You have run with that. We love it.
How are
So-
you?
Actually, I kind of want to see you guys do a Blurred Syndicate shirt now that's just like a big sheep with a poof on his head, just like.
You know what? I'll get to work on that one, and that may take. I may have to get Jeremy to help me on that one. So.
Why you
Big
dragging me
Wool.
up, man? I got stuff to do. What have you been up to?
Man, nothing. Since the last time we talked, we had a D&D session. So that's going to we kind of broke it down into like 4 parts. So we're going to I'm so glad it's the acoustic. So I have to thank Jeremy for that one. So we're going to break it down in 4 parts, and then we're also just going to have another episode where we just talk about nerd stuff. It's just fun times.
That was a fun game. That was one of my most fun experiences with D&D.
See, so
really
we had a
liked
great time.
How many orphanages did you burn down?
Only 3. Only 3.
This is weird. I played a bard for the first time, and I tried really hard to be helpful. Steve and I have played D&D together, so he knows that that's hard for me.
Like you legitimately tried to be helpful?
He did. He did.
That is so out of character for you. I applaud your maturity and stepping outside yourself and playing a different kind of character.
Man,
It was different.
Yeah,
I hated
he had to do something because we were pretty pathetic. We sent our wizard out first, and he absolutely got demolished. It was horrible. But
Yeah, you're not supposed to send the wizard out first, dude. You send the tank out.
Yeah, I was the tank, and I was chilling next to the guy who wasn't doing anything. So we just had it all messed up. But
I feel like, what was it? He got like killed by a bunch of crabs or something.
Spiders.
Yeah.
The spiders jumped on him. Well, no, he kept his bloodlust in check for the most part, so we were pretty good.
It was
I
hard.
will say they did. This was during 4th edition, so this is a while back. But they had a big D&D day, which we did at the shop, and we must have been running 8 different D&D sessions, all the same game, but for the event. But we had a guy playing a bard who had to leave early, and so that somebody's like, "We need Josh, step in and play the bard over here in this game." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." It was a bit of a silly game. So if you remember those beer commercials, the Real Men of Genius, everything the bard did, he sang to that tune, and it was hysterical. For me, I don't know if anybody else thought it was funny, but I was dying.
Well, we had some fun times, so we'll have those out, and then in a little bit we're gonna have like a cartoon tournament. So we're gonna kind of have like a bracket in light of it being March Madness. We're gonna have a bracket, and we're going to do selections on which cartoons are going to make it. We're going to get to the final 4, all that good stuff. So that'll be a fun time as well.
Very cool.
Now, I don't know if you heard earlier, but Steve mentioned My Hero Academia, so he's on board with some anime.
I was going to ask him what would his quirk be if he was in that universe. That was going to be my question, because it's really crazy in that world. Because what you think would be not a great quirk to have or mutant power, and
what are you calling them, quirks?
Yeah, they're called quirks.
Yeah.
So they're essentially mutant powers. So, but these people have just all different ones. So there's one that's called Gravity Girl. The only thing that she can do is help levitate stuff. But
she's basically Alex Power.
Yeah, but then after that, she'll levitate like stones, rocks, and things like that, and throw them at you at high velocities. So it's a nice little take on what people can do with different kind of powers.
I would just like to say, Kim, I do not appreciate you putting that tune in my head, because now it's stuck. Thank you for that.
To answer this question, no, I did not. I stole a bunch of gems and stuff and tried to make money. So I didn't give any money away.
Yep, he did. He definitely did.
So I would walk really fast.
You would walk really fast.
Yeah.
Not run fast, not fly. Just
that's pretty much what I do anyway. So I think that makes sense.
Oh, hold on. So what? So what if you try to run? Do you then just like stop? Like how does? Because like, they were like, oh well, hey, that is not a walk anymore. No more. That's not even a speed walk, sir. That is a full-fledged run.
I was going to say, I'm just picturing him at the mall, like pacing everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Well,
we just lost to Jeremy. That sounds terrible.
Okay.
Oh, and he's back.
We have to address a baby situation, so we're going to go ahead and throw up this prize here that was given to the show by Wyatt. I also reclaimed this. If somebody was supposed to get this, I'm real sorry. We got all the stuff at the store. You just got to come get it. And if you live in like somewhere else in the world, sorry about that. Let me know. Anyway, we're going to take this off and let the press cam live her life for a split second. Wyatt, what is that?
That's Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. So that's another really good actual anime that has to do with essentially there's demons. His sister is like the only demon that is not like bad right now, and he's trying to find a cure for her. So while he's still trying to kill other demons, and there's a whole like core of them that are demon slayers, which are pretty cool. It gets right to the action really, really quickly. And so if you're looking for something that has still rich story, but then after that doesn't kind of dilly-dally, that'd be the anime for you.
Did he sell you on that, Steve? You want to check that anime out now?
Heard
gets
about it.
yeah, it's the animation is really really good. They were actually in 2020 the highest. Well, I mean, of course, it was during the pandemic, but that didn't stop anime goers. That was the actual highest animated movie, including any of the Pixar movies and things like that. That's how many people came out in the U.S. for it. So,
During the
Did not know
pandemic.
that.
fun
Crazy.
fact.
All right, so to win that prize, all you have to do is answer this question.
In Transformers, before becoming a Prime, what was Optimus Prime's name?
Orion
Wait a
Pax.
minute. Prime is his married name?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
So we're asking what is Optimus's maiden name? Is that what you're asking?
For the most part, man. Yeah, he's
His original name, yes, was Orion Pax.
correct. You got it already. So I think these questions are too easy for you, Steve.
I'm super confused by this.
Well, I have some backstory for you. So Orion was a supporter of the Decepticons on Cybertron, but was gravely wounded by Megatron after trying to help them. He was repaired by Alpha Triad, the planet's living embodiment of wisdom, who repaired Orion and gave him the new name Optimus Prime.
Does anybody else hate that? He supported Megatron until Megatron gravely wounded him. Like,
As
that's
far
not.
as you knew, they were just really cool flying robots. You didn't know what jerks they were until they attacked.
Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be Baby Optimus?
Yes,
Basically,
And
yeah.
maybe Elita 1.
That's Optimus before he grew a beard. Just to remind everybody.
So when he was born, was he like a tricycle?
So he was more like a bookworm that was like, hey, yeah, that's not like he. And then after that, Megatron kind of did him in, and he was like, okay, now I got to get my hands dirty. I got to close the books, get in the gym, and that's exactly.
They were
Megatron.
friends, but Xavier wasn't going, gee, Mr. Magneto, you're awesome, swell.
Well, he believed in kind of equal rights, because that's what the whole thing was. It's well, if you ever get a chance to, I do like the newer Transformers. It kind of gives you a better idea of kind of what Megatron was trying to do.
Yeah.
Or if you ever get a chance to on Netflix, it's Transformers Prime. That's a good embodiment of what's going on as well.
I feel the need personally to remind everyone that this is Optimus Prime. This
Agreed.
guy that looks like he'd come kick your house in and like just decimate you. And this is Orion Pax.
Before the juice, man. That's how it is.
Oh, hey guys.
That is a big shift. So.
I feel like you've been juicing. It's not Orion anymore. It's Optimus, okay? So,
well, I just learned a whole lot about Transformers that I did not know. And that's very strange to me. That whole backstory business, that was all news to me.
Josh, are you a Transformers fan?
No. I don't have anything against it. I read the comics when I was a kid. I watched the cartoon when I was a kid.
So you watched anime?
I told you I watched G.I. Joe and Transformers and Voltron.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all anime.
They were cool then. Now it's all Dragon Ball Z and junk. I don't know.
If you don't, we'll talk about it because you guys are running late now. I don't want to keep you guys too much.
Steve Hinton, what's up, dude?
So
you got to drag Josh on your show and have everyone beat him.
I have volunteered.
I'm going to watch the
Sell
Goonies.
me something I want to buy. Sell me something I will like.
I'm going to watch the Goonies, and then I'll see, because I think I've seen like parts of it during like when we had rainy days at school, but never seen the whole thing, or at least my ADD wouldn't let me focus at that point in time. So I'll watch it, and I'll have you on the show so we can talk about it. And Jeremy's going to be there too, so that we can be able to. You can be the pros and cons.
Wait, Hot Rod became Rodimus Prime? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime looked visually similar and had similar personalities or the same personality.
So when did he become Bumblemus Prime?
Oh,
He did become president of Cybertron in the comics at one point.
Mhm.
He never became a Prime.
Yeah.
We never got the Beetle with the big weird trailer thing in the back.
Nope. So
We could talk about this all day.
yep. So
Y'all could. I clearly don't know what any of this stuff is anymore.
Oh man.
it's gonna be all right, Josh. We'll get you there, man.
Yeah. One day.
Well, what's our prize for question number 4?
Wyatt, it's always great to see you. We will see you next week. Thank you so much for your valued contribution to this show, both in the sponsorship and just being
For
rad.
being awesome.
Oh
No,
man,
Quick question before you go, though.
Sure.
Have you guys seen that they are predicting a decent chance that it's going to snow Friday night into Saturday?
What?
Wow.
I mean, not even joking.
Yeah, I saw a winter advisory. So
It's March in Alabama.
Get your bread
It
and milk
happened
now.
like in 1993. We got a snow in March in Alabama, but that was it.
I'm from Indiana, man. We still had snow all the way up until like April, almost May.
Dude, my friends just opened their swimming pool last weekend.
Nope.
I guess they should have waited on that one, huh?
I guess false snow, false winter is coming.
They should
It's
always
crazy.
listen to that groundhog, man. So,
That's true. That's true.
So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna let you guys go so that you guys can finish the show. Steve, good job. Tanjiro will be happy in your home, and yeah, I'll text you guys later. All right.
All right, have a good one, brother. It's good to see you, Wyatt. Yeah, Steve is killing it tonight, man.
He is killing it. Well,
So here's what we got for a prize.
Very true. It is from CBCP Comics. They will give your comics a facelift or a chemical peel or whatever it is people get now.
They'll put little cucumbers on their eyes. Yeah, that does wonders. You should put wet cucumbers on the eyes of all the characters on your comics to see what that does for the value.
I've been doing it at every comic at Haven. We'll see how it turns out. Just go in there with
That
the
would explain why we need that dehumidifier. Got it. Got it. All right. Hey, have a good one, sir. Good to see you. Always good to have you on, Kyle. All right. So, for question number 4 for the CBCP Comics Cleaning and Pressing on The Simpsons. Hope you're a Simpsons fan. What real-life historical figure was Bart's best friend named after?
Oh, Richard Nixon. Richard Milhouse Nixon.
Steve, you're just ripping it up. You came in here, you started kicking walls down. Like,
The problem is Steve's not even trying. He's not even having to think about this. He's just like, facts, facts, facts. Dang. Yeah, as Todd says, dang. If Todd's is saying you're too good, that's something. That's something. Holy cow. We'll see how it goes. You never know. It might not hit until Saturday night. Who knows? It's Alabama. Whatever the weather's going to do, the weather's going to do. Now,
yeah,
Steve cannot get this next question, right?
that's true. This next question is our Canadian bonus question. This goes just to the audience, which means, Steve, you're definitely going to know it. And audience, it is not Ryan Reynolds. I'm going to block the first person that says Ryan Reynolds. I'm going to do it. Trust me. I make bad decisions day in and day
Question
out.
for you, Jeremy. Did the Canadian flag make it over to your new house?
It's here somewhere, man. I don't know where everything is. I don't know where anything is.
What's your prediction on how many years it's going to take you to dig out from all the boxes?
1 week. 1 week.
Oh, you're one of those types.
Yeah, I got an attic this time, and I'm insane. We've been putting together furniture one piece of furniture a night. It's uncool. Also, this is the first time in my life I felt really old because I was like moving stuff all of last week, and we did like a real heavy move, and I don't like it. Speaking of which, Oh yeah, you can also win a gift card. The prize cam wrote something. Let's see what it is.
Oh, it's a Canadian flag or marijuana. I'm not sure which. I
You
think it's
can
Canadian
win.
flag.
You can win this 20.
It's Canada, so it's both.
Yeah. You know that? In Canada, you can smoke as much weed as you want. It's totally legal.
Well, get the edibles.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Get your cannabis gummies.
They don't.
I'm sure those are delicious.
Judge. But while you're still in America, you can come to Haven Comics on Slaughter Road. I've got the address here. Boom, it's right there. All you got to do is know the answer to this question. Who said Ryan Reynolds already? Who tested me? Oh, that's pretty good.
Looks like several people. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jeffrey. It was you. I'm not really blocking anyone. Canadian heartthrob. Huh? What?
Well, we got Snow NATO, which is a thing that he. I don't know if you guys saw, but they've got a new movie coming out called Sharkula, which is a vampire shark. It's the same people who did Sharknado, so it's going to be spectacular.
I bet it sucks.
Yeah. I'm with Steve. I bet it does suck. I bet it does. Okay. Back to this question. Canadian heartthrob Ryan Gosling got his start in which spooky television show in 1995? Steve, you cannot answer it.
He can throw out wrong answers.
Nah, he's ruined it for everybody else.
They throw out wrong answers while he's trying to answer the whole time.
All right, Steve, say what you want to say. I'm not going to stop you. If you get the right answer, though, I'm going to be real sad. I think there's a right answer here. It is not. Yeah, it is not Breaker High. That's pretty close. It's not Dark Shadows or Twilight Zone or Goosebumps. I feel like the first one is boom. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Rocket Lady 42. You just won $25 to Haven Comics, the best comic book store in the whole world or universe or whatever is undiscovered. Yeah, he was on the Taylor Station 109.1. Basically, he could listen to a radio station that like was in hell or the afterlife or whatever. I don't know. I remember that.
I bet they play nothing but Oompa music there. Shovel more coal into the fires.
Gilbert Godfrey was also in that episode. So that's why he wanted to listen to that radio station.
Anything's better than his voice?
Yeah.
I just like this right here. This is that's hilarious.
I love it.
Oh, that's great. Second tots.
Who won that? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Good call. That's probably what was playing in hell. That's a thing now. That's a thing that they do, and I don't understand. Like, what is happening? Stop.
Is Old Town Road country rap? Because it's a pretty good song.
Probably.
I mean, it's not like my favorite song, but
I don't think so.
Well, I'm a big Little Nas X fan at this point in my life. All right. Question 6. We are playing for some comic books. They're all variants, and they're all yours.
If a nice Ironheart cover there. Annihilation Scourge. And you're being looked at by Ernie. Oh!
Oh, man.
I see you, Bert.
Are You Afraid of the Dark is actually Nightmare Fuel. One of the episodes was about a skeleton covered in random slabs of human flesh that would drag you into a pool and drown you. That sound, I'm gonna give it to you, Rasputin. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, that's awful. Thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, man.
I feel like this next question is going to be too much of a gimme for Steve. But it's the question we have, so it's the question we're going to ask. Steve, if you don't knock this out of the park, like effortlessly, I'm going to be disappointed in you. Just want you to know. But before I ask it, hello to Zach. How you doing, man? Good to see you. All right, Steve. What does TARDIS stand for?
Time and relative dimensions in space.
So quick.
I told you I was going to be disappointed, and I am. But not because you got it wrong. You got it right. I just feel bad for our audience because these people are not even getting a chance. You are just like the home run king over here. He's got his eyes closed. Just holy cow. This is one of those cases where we're going to bring Steve back, and Owen is going to have to get his revenge.
Right.
That's what. Like you come on, you do this, and then Owen has got to go. Like, okay, he takes it as a personal affront if these are too easy for you. Steve could be on a quick recall team, no doubt. Yeah, here we go. Owen is a monster. Owen put Tots through the ringer.
Owen Anderson is a great dude. He writes all these questions, and he does it just for love, just for the love of the game, just to make sure you guys know that he can do this to you at any time. Whenever you want to answer a question, it's him. Okay.
Is Owen in the house tonight, by the way? Is Owen on? I haven't seen him.
I think he's doing some kind of wedding thing or whatever. I think he's getting married. So.
Owen is?
No, I'm kidding. He just went to some kind of rehearsal dinner or something.
Those usually precede weddings.
I don't think it's his wedding, though. I was just teasing about that.
Well, now you've gone and maybe I feel like I should get him a present.
Well, that you should.
Well, I did. That's why I was asking if he was here. Owen loves old price guides, and I picked him up the Overstreet Price Guide number 11. Look at this cover. How great is that?
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, number 11. So now I want to know how much Hulk 181 was going for.
Steve, you're amazing. Please let me win a prize. I can't afford to buy comics on Shift anymore, but I still want to. Oh, man. All right. This next one is actually a gift that the Prize Cam won when we took a night off because we had just closed and we were starting to move.
That was so cool too.
Merida. This is one of the girls from Encanto. Oh, Red Sonja. That's who you said. All right. So all you got to do is answer question number 7, which, if you've been watching the show, that is our real estate question. It is about a place. That's what you need to know about this one. That's your hint. And maybe I could sell it to you if you want me to. This one's not funny about me selling it to you. Most of the time it is. In the 1986 Tom Hanks classic, The Money Pit, why doesn't he pick up his fiancée from the train station after her rehearsal?
Oh, I think wasn't he stuck in like between the roof and like he was like in a hole and he couldn't, like his arms were stuck and he was like in the ceiling and.
Yes. That's it.
It was the floor.
Yeah, it was the floor, but it was the ceiling of another space, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so Steve, you're killing it.
All right, 2 things about this price guide.
Mm-hmm.
One, it lists Hulk number 180 as the first appearance of Wolverine. Not 181. It lists It lists 180 as the first appearance, so that's important. Going back this far, there was no debate at the time. First appearance was a whopping in near mint condition or in mint condition, $12.
Wow.
181 was $5.25 in mint condition.
Wow. What year is that? Did you say?
Let me see if it says it's number 11. Let me look at the indicia here. It's got to tell us what year this thing was. That's not indicia. Maybe it's in the back. Those are all ads. I'll find it, but yeah, it lists Hulk 180 as the first appearance. Okay, here we go. This is stuff about the book itself. I want you to get past the ads. 1981. I was 6 years old. 1981.
That's not that long ago for those to be that cheap, though.
$12 for
Right.
number 180. $5.25 for 181. A
Steve
mint
Benson
copy of 181 now is going for a whole heck of a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
Steve
That's a
Hinton
good
asks about the first appearance of Ghost Rider.
showcase number 4 was the first of the Silver Age. It was the first Silver Age Flash.
Steve, did you get that book and spend like $4,000 on it?
No, that's on Steve's wish list. He has almost an entire run of the showcase books. He just doesn't have showcase number 4. He needs it. Let's see here. Showcase number 4 in mint condition was going for $1,000 in 1981.
Wow. It's a big difference from $5 for the first Wolverine.
Yeah.
Of course, Wolverine, that only showed up in, 1975? He'd only been around for 6 years.
Yeah.
Peter Lewis is wishing you, he's telling you to keep going, Steve. He wants you to just go ahead and close out these last 3 questions and keep everybody else off the board.
Yeah, take it all away, Steve. When you win everything, that's only one package I have to make tonight to drop off to Dave.
Good reason.
I'm rooting for you too. Just kidding, audience. We know that he's going to lose from now on. Okay.
What's our prize for question number 8?
The prize for question number 8 is this beautiful 100% donated by Christine May. Ernie? Bert?
Ernie.
It's Ernie.
I
Wait,
mean,
Christine made that?
no, she just donated it to the show.
Okay.
If you look at the prizes that we have now, there is so much love from the audience. It's crazy.
That's true.
I mean, and just this picture right here. You've got this art donated by Mike Wazalowski, who's given us some cool stuff now. It's coming up for future episodes. We've got this stuffed, I don't want to call it animal, this stuffed thing by Christine May. You've got this by Justin Lynch. We just, I'm always impressed by the amount of love that exists in the show. So just want to say thank you to everyone. She says she has a claw machine problem. So she's actually giving it to us so she can emotionally cope with the fact that she has a problem.
That's hilarious.
Ooh,
That's funny. All right, so you're going to have to throw your brain back a little bit for this one, Steve. This may be the one that trips you up.
Okay.
What is the name of the pet rock that Elmo has a beef with?
I've actually seen clips of that, but I don't remember.
Well, you got to take a stab at something. If you were going to name a pet rock, what would you name a pet rock?
Rocky?
It's pretty close, but that's not it.
That was ridiculously close.
Very close. But
Do we have a correct answer? We do have a correct answer.
Rocco.
No, it's Tots.
God dang it, Tots!
You're trying to
How
rob.
does he keep getting those in there and then I don't see them until after? Wow.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Oh my
So Zoe has a pet rock named Rocco, and Elmo just hates it. Like that's the whole gag. He just hates there's a rock, and he hates that Zoe has a pet rock, and like that's it. So she'll give him this. She'll give the rock cookies and stuff, and Elmo's mad about it.
That's funny.
A rare moment of selfishness from Elmo. All right, so I am giving the rock to Rasputin Smith. Right? Correct? South. Rasputin South. Rasputin, you have to tell me, and you can do it privately if you want to message me, but you have to tell me who you are so I can give this to you. Unless that is your actual name, in which case it's nice to meet you. So, okay. So,
Josh, get off the phone.
Sorry, this is my wife, and that's important.
okay. So, question number 9. I'm going to take it from here. We are playing for Berserker, drawn by friend of the store, Justin Lynch, donated to the store by Justin Lynch for the show. There's a backstory to this that I talked about briefly before. It is Justin won this on the show after donating it to the show, and he took it back. So now you can win it, and you can have this in your own home, just like Justin Lynch did for a brief period of time.
There's no hate like Elmo hate. That's true.
Okay.
Are you a fan of John Wick, Steve?
Saw the first movie. It was pretty good.
There you go. Well, it's too late now. He said to give it to you. So I don't think he wants it either.
Tom is on the show. Kaylisa is out tonight, or she'd be backstage. Is this Mike?
No,
Who is that? You know who that is?
I do know who that is. Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
should know who that is.
I don't know people that work for you. Like works for you at the store and
Yeah. Yeah, at the store every Saturday.
But Doug is here. Who else is there every Saturday?
You're just gonna have to keep on guessing.
Oh no! All right.
So how do you win that sweet cover? Take it away,
Question 9.
Jeremy.
That is going to be, as always, it's our local artist spotlight. In Back to the Future, when Marty impersonates a spaceman to convince, these are all too easy. Impersonates a spaceman to convince George to ask Lorraine on a date, what does he say his name is?
Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan.
He gave
Got
the
it.
whole quote.
Nailed it right away.
Oh, I remembered the Darth Vader part. I did not remember the from the planet Vulcan part.
That's the whole answer here. That's you got
While
it.
he's got the headphones on him, and he's blasting the music.
You know what I haven't done once this entire show?
What's
My
that?
job. I haven't posted the actual question. I'm lackadaisical over here. I cannot get in a rhythm being in a new house. Is that a common thing? Like,
It takes a while, yeah, because your whole rhythm gets upset of all the stuff you do and where things are, and even if it's a positive change, it's hard, yeah.
I feel like I'm living in an Airbnb, but I'll adapt. So I'll get there.
But it's an Airbnb you're going to be living in for a long time, so you'll get used to it.
Probably. Okay. Question 10. We are playing for this totally rad signed book by Mark Bagley. It is signed on the inside, so you're going to have to win it to open it, to even see if we're lying. We might be. We might have just picked an old book and just put it up here. You don't know. All right, but question 10.
That right there is a phenomenal comic book. God, that was such a great book. It kind of came out of nowhere, and it was spectacular. And New Warriors stayed good for a long time. God, that was a great book.
And that's number 1, right? It
Yeah.
is. Okay.
Yeah, first print of number 1 too. The second print had a gold background instead of red.
I mean, even if that's not a valuable book, that's a good
cool.
addition to any collection, in my opinion.
Yeah, the 2 original Mark Bagley pages I've got hanging up on the wall at the store are both from New Warriors.
Okay.
Because he was in the New Warriors and they were all supposed to be teenagers, so they didn't want to have too grown up in names. Like Kid Nova, for example. He had been Nova for a long time, but suddenly he's Kid Nova. And Marvel Boy later in the series became Justice.
I like Marvel Boy better than Justice, personally.
I'm Marvel Boy. I'm marvelous.
Well, Steve, do you want to win that?
We shall see.
You are 100% correct, Rocket Lady 42. So correct. Yes.
I can't give you guys a tour because it's so dark in here, and maybe in the day when we start doing the show before the sun goes down, then I'll give you guys a tour.
True that. All right. So for that awesome New Warriors number 1, all you have to do is answer this question correctly, Steve. What Hollywood heartthrob made his acting debut at the age of 12, portraying a young Simon Tam on TV series Firefly? I did not realize that.
I forgot that too. I've seen that recently.
I don't look at the questions beforehand, so it's just as much a surprise to me as it is to anybody else. I would not have guessed this. That's interesting.
I don't know that I would have even thought it was him to see this photo.
No, looking at the picture, I certainly wouldn't have thought that was him. Didn't he go on to be like on the Disney, like Mickey Mouse Club or something? High School Musical, or did he do something like that? Am I thinking the right person? I don't know.
I mean, I'm not going to respond to that until Steve answers. There's no way I can respond to that without giving away more.
Well, that means you at least know, so that you're doing better than me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Josh just gave a significant number of hints away. So
did I? Because I don't know if they're accurate. I never would have pegged this kid for being that person. And looking at the pictures of them side by side, I still don't see how this kid grew up to be that person.
Yes, this is the answer. Zac Efron. Tots, you got in there. You got that right. I'm going to show everybody. This is Zac Efron as a small child. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I would have noticed. Zac Efron, of course, went on to be a very successful actor, and he's successful because he looks like this. Let me go ahead and just put this up. Why? Every time I go to get an image, I find the great one, and then it's a WebP image. What am I going to do with that? I don't know how to use a WebP image. Anyway,
I have encountered that problem before, and I don't know what to do with that either.
You know, I think they put it best in Neighbors when Seth Rogen says, "You've got your body is a V pointing to your penis." Zac Efron is just like the pinnacle of human physique. So that's what he did with himself. Sorry, I said the word penis.
Thanks for sharing that. That was. I was like, where the heck is he going with this? I don't understand.
I mean, it looks like a cute little child actor, and then he just turned into the adult man. That's the end of that story. I'm gonna stop there. Yeah, Dorito chip. Yeah, nailed it. She knew what I was talking about. She's got
apparently she did.
Strong in her brain too. Neighbors is a good
Apparently.
movie. It's fun.
Oh, wow.
All right, Steve, how do you feel?
Pretty good.
Dude,
Kinda wanted that
you
new
were
one
knocking it
before,
out of the
but
park,
nice.
man.
Yeah, you did great.
Oh yeah.
I think you might even deserve a particular video I haven't played in a long time, but let's see. So, Tots won some balls and a signed Spider-Man comic book, but New Warriors, not Spider-Man. We had to change that out. And then Rasputin won that Ernie toy, but then he said he didn't want it either. So what am I supposed to do with that, guys?
Well, he's too late. He's got it.
All right. Well, it's yours now. If you want to donate it back to the show, let me know. I'll save it and I'll give it to somebody else. Rocket Lady 42 won the Canadian question, $25 to Haven Comics, where she can purchase all of her hopes and dreams. And then, Steve, you got stickers. You got the blurred poster. You got the CBCP voucher. You got the comic pack. You got Price Cam's killing it again, the boob art, and then the Berserker sketch cover. So you really did amazing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of
Steve
9.
didn't get the right answer to the second question. I thought he hit the first 3 or 4 right out of the
I
gate.
missed the second one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Price Cam's not wrong.
I believe Price Cam. My brain is stuck back there on that. I'm like, what the heck? What was the second question? I had to go back and look. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. The fish with its own trading card.
Oh yeah, Picard fish. Right.
Look at this. Christine says to give it to my daughter, but Rasputin, super selfish. Super selfish. Just kidding. You want it from by getting it from somebody else. Okay, so quiz show after dark. Yes, everyone. I said a word I'm not allowed to say. Hey, Victor was supposed to be on this episode, but he's going to be on next week. So Victor had to go do his job. He is a pilot, and he got called in. So next week you'll see how fun.
It looks like he had a landing he could walk away from. So that's good.
Yeah. Always good news.
No, Rasputin, don't feel bad about it. Just feel guilty every time you look at it. Okay. So anyway.
Oh, good call here, Rocket Lady. This is correct.
Oh yeah.
Change your clock.
Thank you for
This
reminding
Saturday
me.
night.
Sleep losing night.
Is this
Yes.
one sleep losing?
Bring forward.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's the bad one.
All right, Steve, you killed it, and I think you deserve this.
Serenaded by the Chipmunks.
Have y'all seen that thing where somebody took an album that the Chipmunks had recorded in the early 80s and they slowed it down to 1/16 the speed, and it just is this sad, depressing punk song? And it's a pop song that you know. I mean, it's bizarre. It was making the rounds yesterday or the day before, and I was like, I had a hard time. I got to walk away from that. That was bizarre.
I'm going to listen to that after the show. Steve, do you have anything that you would like to share with us about anything coming up or going on with you, or just anything?
Well, I now have a batleth multi-tool.
No way. That's awesome. If Wyatt is still out here watching, he's going to need to get his significant other one of these, because I know she would live for this.
What is it?
It's a batleth. It's the Klingon sword, but it's a multi-tool. That's awesome. How great is that?
Yeah. I saw it on Facebook the other day, and I just had to have it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, anything you want to share with everybody?
Haven Comics turns 21 years old, April 2nd.
Awesome.
Wow.
21 years old, April 2nd. It's a Saturday. So it's going to be big time, big party, lots of fun. Y'all have to come out. Hopefully it won't be snowing by then.
Is this Saturday?
No, it's April 2nd. We're in March. The April 2nd bit was the important part there.
I see what you did there.
But yeah, April 2nd, 21 years old.
Wow.
Finally going to be old enough to drink, so that's awesome. Then April 22nd through the 24th is the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, and that is going to be amazing.
Right on.
The 21st, the night before, I think we probably won't do a show. We'll have to decide as we get closer, but I've got to set up all the tables and stuff for the store at the expo, and I'm quite certain I'm going to want to just be dead because setting up for a con sucks.
Yeah.
You have to essentially dismantle the store, take it all over to the con, and set it all up, and it's exhausting and irritating. That said, at the store on April 21st, possibly at Calhoun or UAH, I'm talking to them about getting a classroom. Mark Nelson, phenomenal comic book artist, Dungeons and Dragon artist, Magic the Gathering artist, fine artist, dude's amazing, is teaching a monster design class, a master class for 10 to 15 students on the outside. He just is, he's sending me the posters and stuff tonight so we can get a sign-up sheet going. Cost is going to be $125 for the master class, and you don't have to bring anything with you. All materials are provided as part of the class. And it's going to be amazing. The dude is phenomenal, I'm telling you. Incredible artist. So
very cool.
Take the master class. It will be worth it. If you have any bit of artist in you, or you want to know how to design creatures, monsters, all that stuff, you're going to want to take that class.
You know how I think I'm going to get out of doing any like hard manual labor setup at my table? I think I'm just going to get a giant piece of poster board, and I'm going to write, "Batman is the bad guy. Prove me wrong." Boom.
Change my mind.
Yeah. Change my mind. I'm going to do the most sales I've ever done. That's it. That's how I'm going to get them to my table.
That's all cool. And then after the expo, May 6th or May 7th is Free Comic Book Day. So we've got over the next 6-7 weeks, it's just one event after the other, after the other, after the other. And it's going to be amazing. And exhausting. Did I mention exhausting? Because it's going to be that too. So yeah, I had things to tell everybody. I told everybody it's cool. And since he's not online and you guys can see it before he does, I also got a little present for Justin. It's just a cover. Unfortunately, there's no comic in between. But this is Batman number 42. Justin is a huge Catwoman fan. So, yeah, embiggen me there, will you?
Wow.
So, yeah, Batman number 42. Get that framed for Justin. He's going to lose his mind. That's just fun.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I totally got this for Owen. That's fun stuff. Everybody for joining us tonight. Steve, thank you for jumping in at the last minute and jumping on. Hope you had a good time.
Oh, yeah, I did.
We appreciate it. Good to see you.
Trivia, like,
yeah.
That's awesome. So thanks for joining us. Everybody, thank you all for joining us, for playing along, for answering questions, keeping up the chat. That was awesome. We have the coolest people in the world in our community, and that just means the world to me. I love all you guys. Y'all are awesome. If you're watching this later, while you should be working, I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you don't get caught. And so, yeah, awesome stuff. We will talk to you guys later on. So thank you all for joining us.
Yep.